Speaking of reality, Tim Tebow was cut on the worst roster in the NFL by his best coaching friend ever at a position that's not really where you put your most talented people. His career is over. They sold some jerseys. It's smart business. He can't play, and let's be honest, it's a little bit of a distraction, especially in the South. The media is not always accurate. I would admit that. I mean, I classify as media. The media isn't always accurate. And the media, sometimes there's a bias. I would admit that. I'm human. Sometimes I have confirmation bias. Something confirms what I want to be true. Of course, you have that too. Are you willing to admit that today? The media isn't always accurate, but they were 3-0 on Tebow. When the Denver Broncos defense and kicking game was winning games, the media said, dude can't play. We were right. When Tebow went to the Mets minor league system, guys like me said, it's a shtick. He can't play. He couldn't, and the Mets later admitted it was really a thing to sell tickets. And when he went to the Jags, we said, it'll sell some merch. It's very close to where he played college football. Even on a bad team, he is not close to an NFL tight end. And we were right, too. I mean, good God, Michael Jordan's the best basketball player probably ever. He took 2 years off, came back, rusty, lost in the second round, was a shadow of himself. That's Michael Jordan. Tim took 8 years off and changed positions. But what Tebow really is, and has been for a long time, is a great example of a real problem in America, that people no longer want the truth. They just want their version of the truth. You conservatives go to one channel, you liberals go to the other. You don't want the truth. You want your version of it. Little reminder that 99.5% of people currently on ventilators in hospitals in America are unvaccinated. Sorry if that doesn't connect with your Reddit board info. Belichick cut Tebow. Belichick's close friends with Urban Meyer. Urban Meyer cut Tebow. He didn't want to do that. The Mets really wanted this to work. They really did. He hit .223 against Double-A pitching. Listen, this is what we have in America. Everybody wants to point fingers. You have an agenda. You have an agenda. Nobody ever wants to look in the mirror and acknowledge they too have one. It's not an agenda when the other side is right. COVID is not the flu, and Tebow can't play professional sports. The agenda is not those ripping Tebow. And let's be honest, the criticism is usually soft-pedaled because he's a nice guy. He's hard not to like, but he got this tryout for one reason: privilege. Nobody quits a sport 8 years later, gets an opportunity, like nobody ever. It was a little privilege. And it didn't work, and Urban Meyer's a businessman too, probably foremost, and he let him go. But Tebow's fans have always pointed fingers, always done that. It's time to go to the bathroom. Those mirrors still work. We just don't like to use them anymore. Tebow's not a pro athlete. He was never a pro athlete. He's a workout fanatic who's slow, bulky, was never a pro athlete in America. He's a Saturday athlete. He's not a Sunday athlete. You can go into any Gold's gym in America and find a dozen Tim Tebows. They're probably just not as nice as Tim. It's over. It should be. And let's talk about Trevor Lawrence from this point forward. That's the future of the Jags.